Welcome to Day 23, Part 2 of our epic 40-day 2025 Pacific Northwest road trip as we continue our stay in Mount Rainier National Park. We spent the afternoon traveling East Paradise Valley Road and Stevens Canyon Road, making stops at waterfalls and other viewpoints before spending the evening relaxing with a meal at the Paradise Inn dining room. Our first stop was Edith Gorge Falls, just a 0.3 mile drive from the main Paradise parking lots.
And this falls is from just about a half a mile down past the Paradise Lodge. Crosses the road to here. This is where it continues to go down. Beautiful.
Edith Gorge Falls features several distinct cascades rushing through the narrow Edith Gorge, dropping a cumulative total of roughly 40 feet. It is fed by Edith Creek, the exact same water system that creates the nearby Myrtle Falls. Our next stop was at the Mazama Ridge trailhead.
This is the Paradise River. I'm going across the road. Continues down like this.
This is the Paradise River flowing right beneath the fourth crossing trailhead bridge. The specific spot gets its distinct name because it is the fourth bridge crossing over the river as you travel up the mountain towards the Paradise Valley area.
This is part of the fourth crossing trail. Still the Paradise River.
I took a short walk up the fourth crossing trail to get this viewpoint to the same cascade. This is a classic subalpine wildflower community typical of Mount Rainier National Park. This diverse patch contains several prominent native wildflower species growing alongside the trail, including scarlet paintbrush, white pearly everlasting, and various aster species. These alpine plants thrive in high-altitude environments, with the paintbrush being a hemiparasite that requires host roots and the asters supporting late-season pollinators. Our next stop was Inspiration Point, one of the premier roadside viewpoints.
And this is another view where it just shows how much it dominates the entire landscape.
This viewpoint provides a massive sweeping vista of Mount Rainier.
And one of the things I think I've mentioned is because Rainier just overtakes the entire landscape, you forget about all the other wonderful scenes that are around.
Also from this viewpoint can be seen the jagged Tatoosh Range alongside deep views of the Nisqually River Valley. This overlook was purposely crafted in the 1920s using National Park Service rustic architecture. The low rock masonry walls are meant to blend seamlessly into the environment. Our next stop was at the Reflection Lakes near the Pinnacle Peak trailhead. We made our first stop near the parking lot.
This is at Reflection Lakes. Still not the iconic picture you see. I don't know if we have to go just a little bit further down to see the reflection of Rainier in the lake.
We were not able to get close enough to the lake to get the camera angle necessary to get the reflection. We took our next stop about 200 feet further down Wonderland Trail. We still got only the reflection up to the treetops. Our final try was at the Wonderland Trailhead.
I guess this is the best we're going to do. I still don't see the reflection really of the mountain and the lakes. But it's still pretty.
It may have been that the lakes were too dried up to give the full reflection. We made another stop at a roadside viewpoint. This viewpoint captures Stevens Canyon Road winding along the south slope of Stevens Ridge.
Canyon going way down. Just an overview.
The prominent light-colored vertical gashes cutting through the mountainside are active avalanche chutes where winter snow slides clear the trees and vegetation, carrying loose rock and debris down towards Stevens Creek. Here we can see Mount Rainier rising over the lush evergreen expanse of Stevens Canyon. Our next stop was at Stevens Creek Viewpoint.
This is called Stevens Creek here. And we're really at the bottom of the canyon here. This is at the other side of Stevens Creek, going down here.
Here we see Stevens Creek winding through a rugged, rock-laden glacial riverbed. The dramatic collection of loose stones, boulders, and piled-up logs is a direct result of aggradation, where glacial meltwater continuously deposits heavy sediment downstream from the surrounding peaks. Here we stop at another viewpoint on Stevens Canyon Road.
This is Stevens Creek's canyon. I don't know if the mist is because of fires or not.
Here we see a dramatic view of Stevens Canyon.
There's some more of Stevens Canyon. See the river down there. And here's where all the rockfall happens.
This geological feature is the Stevens Ridge Formation. The iconic rock walls flank Stevens Canyon Road and are made of pumice and welded tuff created by ancient volcanic eruptions over 26 million years ago. At this point, we reached a tunnel on Stevens Canyon Road. Going into the tunnel. And this treacherous road which goes straight down into Stevens Canyon. We now came to Box Canyon.
This is called Box Canyon of the Cowlitz. You can see how far that goes down. You can hardly see the river at all.
The 160-foot Box Canyon Bridge is a historic rustic granite-faced arch bridge built in the early 1950s and showcases classic National Park Service rustic architecture. Box Canyon is a dramatic 180-foot deep narrow slot canyon. It was carved over thousands of years by the muddy fork of the Cowlitz River.
And here we see more of the Box Canyon.
The nearby bedrock surrounding the area displays noticeable polished surfaces and scratch marks carved out by ancient glaciers.
And the depth from here to the water is 180 feet. And you can see just a bit of linear up there.
Although there is rushing water roaring deep underneath the bridge overlook, it is a narrow river gorge rather than a singular vertical waterfall. As we doubled back down Stevens Canyon Road, we passed through another tunnel.
And here is one of the tunnels.
The Box Canyon Tunnel, located just 100 feet west of the bridge, is a unique 160-foot tunnel carved through bare, unmasoned rock walls and showcases classic National Park Service rustic architecture.
This is from the other side of the bridge.
This is the dramatic perspective from the overlook bridge at Box Canyon of the Cowlitz. We made our final stop of the day at Narada Falls before returning to Paradise. This informational sign reads, Mount Rainier erupted andesite lava flows, which filled and hardened in ancient valleys cut into the older, tougher Tatoosh randodiatorite. The Paradise River is eroding into the soft contact zone between these two rock formations as the water plunges over the andesite ledge at Narada Falls. Snowfields and inactive glaciers melt into clear water. These sources in Paradise Valley form the Paradise River. Active glaciers grind rocks into fine powder called glacier flour. This material in suspension gives a gray milky appearance to streams originating from active glaciers.
And this is the Narada Falls. Trail said a tenth of a mile. I think it was a little more.
Narada Falls is a spectacular 188-foot waterfall located within the Paradise area. Fed by the Paradise River, it features a 168-foot horsetail upper tier and a 20-foot plunge tier.
And from the bottom, going up.
Narada Falls Trails is a brief but steep 0.2-mile trail, 0.4 miles round trip, descending 59 feet into the canyon. This viewpoint offers the best full frontal views of the falls and a frequent misty rainbow at the base. The path is notoriously wet and slippery from the waterfall spray. Located directly next to the parking lot, the upper viewpoint offers an immediate look down over the lip of the falls.
And compares the view from the top of the falls, which then goes over there. Yeah, it's a tenth of a mile if you fall straight down, I think. The trail's a little bit longer.
And here it is, once again, totally dominating the roadscape.
And this is the Paradise Inn lobby. It's one of the old-fashioned types. And this is the second floor of the lodge inn.
This spectacular room is the grand multi-story timber lobby of the historic Paradise Inn from the upper level. For our second night, we changed rooms from the annex to the original building.
And here's what over $300 gets you in the lodge.
Is that another full-size bed?
Yeah, it's a full size.
Yeah, it's a full.
We had our dinner in the spacious rustic dining room of the historic Paradise Inn. Constructed in 1916, it exemplifies the National Park Service rustic architecture style, often called parkitecture. It features exposed structural frameworks made from massive hand-hewn Alaskan cedar logs and rugged wood columns. Wrought iron custom chandeliers provide warm overhead lighting, complementing the high-pitched roof ceilings and historic multi-pane windows. There are no reservations. For my meal, I had a slow-braised beef short rib served with fluffy, creamy mashed potatoes soaking up the rich pan gravy and complemented by a sweet and tangy braised red cabbage. Mary opted for the slow-roasted prime rib with a well-caramelized outer crust. It was perfectly paired with roasted baby potatoes and glazed grilled carrots. The two small stainless steel ramekins hold au jus and a creamy horseradish white sauce. This is my souvenir pin from Mount Rainier National Park. I have now added it to my faux ranger's hat. Mary and I thank you for watching part 2 of day 23 of our 2025 Pacific Northwest road trip, where we spent the afternoon traveling East Paradise Valley Road and Stevens Canyon Road in Mount Rainier National Park. We made stops at a variety of scenic vistas, which included waterfalls and canyons in addition to views of Rainier. On return to the Paradise Inn, we checked into our new room located in the original inn. We were fortunate in that we had our own bathroom in the room. Some rooms at the inn used communal bathrooms. We then enjoyed an excellent meal at the dining room. Unlike the Crater Lake Lodge, we did not have to make reservations weeks in advance. It is first come, first serve at Rainier. We hope you'll join us for day 24, where we travel to Olympic National Park. There we hike in the Hoh Rainforest and check out a foggy Rialto Beach before heading to our cabin in Sol Duck Hot Springs.